Hello, this week's Torah portion is Tisa, and it tells a very, very problematic story, the story of the golden calf. Here we have the nation of Israel. They have just come out of Egypt. They have witnessed God's miracles with their own eyes. Then they have experienced the revelation at Sinai, when God speaks to them directly, and he says, I am the Lord you God who have taken you out of Egypt. There should be no other gods before me. Do not make a graven image. Do not make a statue. And then Moses goes up to actually receive the 10 Commandments in his hand. And while he's up there, the nation of Israel, as if nothing before had happened, all of a sudden decide to build a golden calf. How is it possible that this nation, having heard God directly, is suddenly going to start worshiping a golden calf? There are many interpretations to this. In fact, there are many commentaries who say that they are not actually worshiping the golden calf, but what they were seeking was some kind of solid representation of God, some way that they can worship God and yet feel his presence among them in a physical way. This, of course, was not allowed, because this is what God refers to when he says, you should not make any graven images before me. But we need to understand the mentality of the nation as they're coming out of Egypt. They're coming out of a society that's completely pagan and that is used to worshiping things that they can see and touch and feel. And here Moses, who has been their concrete personality, has suddenly disappeared. And so they're worried, they're afraid, they think maybe God is not amongst them, or they won't know if God's amongst them because they have no concrete ability to feel or see that. Now, of course it was wrong. Of course this was a grave sin. I wonder, and this is purely my own suggestion, I wonder if in giving Moses an actual tablets of stone with the 10 Commandments engraven on them, perhaps that was some way that God was saying, here is a physical, tangible item that will remind you of the relationship between you, nation of Israel, and God. Not a representation of God, not a graven image, for that would be too close to idolatry, but something they can feel, touch, and see. And perhaps it is for that reason that when Moses comes down from Mount Sinai and sees them worshiping a golden calf, he is worried. And so he breaks the 10 Commandments. He breaks those tablets because he says, these 10 Commandments, these tablets are supposed to remind the nation of God, not represent God. And when he sees them dancing before the golden calf, perhaps he's afraid they will turn these tablets into something that is idolatrous. These are a few words from the Bible, from the heart of biblical Israel. Have a wonderful Shabbat.